Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist John Dissauer. Thanks for checking my blog, New at Dissauer. A very busy day, so I apologize for this getting up a little later today. Let's talk what's going on across the area. We've had a lot of snow falling from south to north across the area, at least the heaviest amounts have been to the south. Notice though on radar, we've got some drier air beginning to move into south central Missouri, and you can see that now beginning to move into southeast Missouri. Places like Butler County, so Poplar Bluff, up towards Piedmont, Elsinore, and Doniphan, as well as Van Buren. The snow is beginning to taper off as we are seeing some drier air moving into the area. And you can see it's beginning to fall apart a bit about across southwestern Missouri. We've still got snow back there, so we're still going to have some snow around for a few hours. And the bulk of the snow down across central Arkansas is now beginning to move off to the east. So the snow should only last a few more hours, and then it should begin to come to an end. As to how much snow we've currently got across the area, these are numbers I continue to update as we've gone through the morning and now into the afternoon. 1 to 1.5 inches of snow generally over our northwestern portions of the viewing area. I've only measured a ½ inch of snow in Cape Girardeau. Measured that about 11:50 this morning. Heavier amounts though once you get further south. 2 inches now in Paducah, 4 inches in Murray, which by the way, they picked up 1 inch of snow in about a 15-minute period. So the snow is coming down very heavy at times. Just now also seeing a report coming in from Golden Pond, Kentucky, which is out about here, of 3 inches of snow falling there so far. And then you can see higher amounts down to the south where we've had reports of 4 inches of snow now in Kennett, 3.5 inches of snow in Union City, and I've also seen amounts of 2.5 in Clarkton, 4.5 in Kennett, and 3, let's see, I'm just looking over here at the Weather Service updates. I've seen also 6 inches measured in Pocahontas, Arkansas, which is down here a little further to the southwest. So some amounts have been pretty high out there. We still have winter storm warnings that are in effect for northeastern Arkansas, the Missouri Boot Heel, northwestern Tennessee, and a few counties further north have been added to the winter storm warning by the National Weather Service in Paducah. That includes New Madrid County, Mississippi counties, and southeast Missouri, and all of these counties in western Kentucky along the Tennessee border, heading over towards Callaway County, for instance, Trigg County, Graves County, Fulton, and Hickman counties, all in western Kentucky, where they could see a little bit more snow. As to how much snow we're talking about, you can see on a big picture how much additional snow we are talking about. So maybe another ½ inch of snow in Cape Girardeau. Keep in mind these numbers were actually starting from around 11 o'clock this morning, so we've already cut into some of that. So some of these numbers will be just a little bit higher. Let's go into some of our southern counties and you'll get an idea. Pick a location next to where you're at and you'll get an idea as to how much additional snow we could see. And maybe another 2 inches from where we are right now in Kennett, another 2 inches in Hayti, maybe another 1.5 inches in Union City, another 1.5 inches in Dresden, maybe another 1.5 inches in New Madrid. I'm only saying 1.5 inches and it's showing 2 inches because, again, this all started at 11 o'clock this morning from the new computer model run, so I've already got to take out a little bit because of that snow we've already seen. So in some places we could end up with maybe a total of 4 to 5 inches, maybe in a few locations as much as 6 in a few localized spots. Keep in mind, yesterday afternoon I was mentioning I thought for our southern area we could see 2 to 4 inches of snow. So for the most part, this snow is working out pretty well. Maybe a few higher amounts would be possible. The air is much colder than what I thought we were going to be initially. Temperatures today are only going to be in the upper teens to around 20. So the snow ratio is actually coming in a little higher. Anywhere from a 16-to-1 snow to as much as a 21-to-1 snow. So the ratio is, again, very high. Normally you talk about a 10-to-1 ratio, meaning for 1 inch of liquid we would have 10 inches of snow. So in this situation we're talking 1 inch of liquid would equal 16 inches of snow, to anywhere as high as 1 inch of liquid equaling 21 inches of snow. So not a lot of liquid to work with, but you'll see on the precision cast model moving the snow out of here. I've been looking at some high resolution forecast models indicating the snow moving out of southeast Missouri between 5 and 6 o'clock this evening. And in western Kentucky, our far southeastern corner, the snow should be out of the entire viewing area by around 8 o'clock tonight. The precision cast handling the end of that pretty well. Then as we go through the day tomorrow, we'll see some sunshine, but still cold temperatures, of only temperatures topping out in the mid-20s. Then we start to see some warmer weather heading in towards the weekend. I wanted to show you the Pacific satellite because look at the storms that are beginning to line up here from northwest to Hawaii up into Alaska. We've got a big dome of high of warm air beginning to move into the eastern Pacific, and as this warm air that we push eastward for the weekend, it's going to take a little while to warm up. 33 is what I'm forecasting for Friday, 40 for Saturday, but by Sunday I think we'll be up around 55 degrees. Some of you probably will hit 60 degrees by Sunday afternoon. We've got to get this cold air out of here, but when you go from Thursday morning, so tomorrow morning I'm forecasting a low of 8 degrees in Cape Girardeau, to a high of 55 on Sunday, we're talking almost a 40 degree, almost a 50 degree difference. So that's a big warm-up moving our way, and that should begin here, as I mentioned, early, or I should say for the second half of next weekend through early next week. So there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is warmer air coming our way. It's just going to take a few days to get here. That is the latest from here. Thanks for checking out the blog. Of course, if you want radar updates, there's a radar tab at the top of the page. Click on that and you've got an interactive radar. You can zoom around and see lots of different things. You can also animate the radar if you want to, or even use the pull-down tabs in the radar, and you can look at current conditions. And I believe there's even some webcams on there you can look at. Thanks for checking out the blog. Let me know how much snow you've got. Leave them in the comment section here on the blog, and I hope you have a great afternoon.